Preseason injured with a sprained ankle, but he's come on as the preseason games finished up, and we've got Ivan Korovo and Dan Vincelette battling in front of the penalty boxes.
The only thing about this battle, Rick, they don't have far to go. When they separate them, they just go to the respective penalty boxes.
A matchup of two pretty rugged lines.
Oh, yeah, we look at the line of Kimball, McCray, and Vincelette. I figured if there was no...
He's on with Ferraro and Kerry Wilson up front. Adam Burt is watched by Mike Huff. Now we've got a penalty upcoming. He shoots, he scores!
Wow, what a shot by Kevin Dineen. Up top over the catching mitt of young John Tanner. There was a delayed call on one of the Nordiques for cross-checking in front of the net. Right here, you see at the bottom of your screen, Craig Willan, and it has a delayed call for boarding. But watch the shot at the right of your screen. Kevin Dineen says, I just better put this baby near the net. And a missile over the glove hand. Not too often you beat a young goaltender in this position. We'll get a great shot of it here. Kevin's going to creep in just a little bit, tee it up, and bingo. This thing was sailing, and that's a great start for Kevin Dineen. As we know, he was hurt last season, really had a bad back and was taking medication for it and reacted to the medication. So he had a very slow start. So this is a very important...
In 20 seconds of the first period. Adam Burt with a nice move to get away from Herkus, and he starts a 2-on-1 with Ferraro. Ferraro back to Burt. He shoots a save by Tanner. The rebound got away. Sear tries to come up with it. Herkus finally relieves the pressure. Sundin moves it to Broughton. In the middle of the three hockey-playing Broughton brothers. Here's Sakic shooting a save by Sidorkovich. Francis looks for Krieger. Krieger gets that speed going. He shoots it. Tanner came way out to meet him to make the stop. Francis in front. The pass skipped off Batiste skate. Savage lets it go. He sails it over the net. Krieger fires. Tanner got back to make the stop, and he gets a whistle.
Well, John Tanner is jumping around, and I
don't think Kevin Dineen sees an opening goal on a power play for the Whalers. Burt maneuvers in. Francis looks for Verbeek, sets the puck down, makes his move, he scores!
Now this is a result of the veteran versus the rookie, as Pat Verbeek versus John Tanner. But, you know, why shouldn't Pat Verbeek score against this Nordique team? He had 14 points, of which half were goals. Let's watch this play develop here. Hey, the Whalers have, even though they got lucky right here, and Adam Burt's had a fine period, they've been passing good. They've recognized where the man was. Here's a little flip by Ronnie Francis. Pat Verbeek, patient, poised, makes the move, and doesn't rush it, and puts it up top. Well, hey, John Tanner read this pretty good, but he was just a little too anxious, and you'll see right here, he'll slide by Verbeek. You got to stay on your feet. I like the way the Whalers have played.
7 seconds. As Broughton sends it in. Sakic met by Samuelson, and the horn sounds. Sundin with a late hit, and the Whalers object to that. And Sundin is wrestled to the ice. And the linesmen Kevin Collins and Brian Murphy have their hands full here at the end of the period. 39 seconds of that Verbeek penalty will carry over into the second period. When they... It's just time to come out and get it. Herkus with Jennings right on him. Fortier scoops it up. Plays it back to Sakic. He shoots a stick save by Sidorkovich. Lafleur. And the rebound, he scores! Guy Lafleur scoring a goal number 549 to make it 2-1.
Well, this play was led by Lafleur with a perfect pass leading the Nordiques into the Whalers zone, but we'll see the shot by Sakic from the point. This will be a save by Sidorkovich. Lafleur is just left. He gets out of the area where Adam Burt is supposed to patrol and allowing him to get the stick on the puck. Now here's the shot by Sakic. And you see Lafleur just drift out a little bit, come in and flip it over Peter Sidorkovich. Well, my theory is in trouble if you're a Whalers fan, as the Nordiques.
On Monday, plays it into Fortier to Anderson. He couldn't get a shot away with Krieger on him. Herkus centers in front. Lafleur couldn't handle that hot pass. Fortier aligns himself against Krieger in the slot. Herkus out to the point. Sakic shoots. They score! And Quebec has tied the score 38 seconds into the penalty.
Oh, the Quebec's second power play goal. I'm going to go back to Sakic, and he's just going to drive it. It's going to go off someone. I believe it goes off Jennings. So Sakic should get credit with the goal. LaFleur should get an assist. Yep.
Second period, Ken McCrae helps out a defenseman in trouble, but Samuelson steals, shoots a save by Tanner. He gets a whistle, and we've got some action in front of that net as Ivan Corriveau and Ken McCrae are going at it. This is Corrivo's second battle. He tangled with Vince Gillette early in the hockey game.
Meanwhile, before this confrontation, the Nordiques did a better job of clearing the way for Tanner to see the shot from the left point from Adam Burt.
The Lions would move in there to pull Corriveau and McCrae apart. And they'll go to the kick. Belted by Ladouceur. Holy starts it in. Big windup. Pass save by Tanner with the rebound. Cunningworth couldn't get good wood on it. And the third try is sent wide. Harry Wilson tries to maneuver in there for the puck, but it's taken away by Sakic. And a penalty upcoming to the Whalers. Here's the shot by Sundin. He scores! Matt Sundin with his first in the NHL at 5:36 of period 2.
Well, there was a delayed call on Randy Cunningworth of the Whalers, but that had nothing to do with the goal as Sundin just wristed one past a startled Peter Sidorkiewicz. You'll see at the top left of your screen Cunningworth arguing, but a very talented Sundin. Once again, Rick, you can see it here. This is a perfect illustration. You cannot back in. The poor goaltender is stymied when this happens. The goaltender would rather see you stand up and have a player like Sundin, whoever, go around. At least you have control of the angle. You're back in, allowing a man to wrist the puck like be better off. We'll see Nolan right here, number 88, with his head down. He's going to take a hit from big Jim McKenzie, and he goes down, and then he gets up. He's going to try and hit Krieger, I believe it is, as he comes across the blue line. There's a nice ISO. Oh, yeah, and he does get the stick up.
Francis tripped up on that draw by Sakic. Bird has it. Babbage sends it to Francis. Krieger's in front, gets the pass. He scores!
This didn't take long. It took 12 seconds, so that means we'll have a minute 48 left on a single power play. But good puck movement here. Ronnie Francis will be very patient. We'll see him at the right of the screen. Krieger will turn around and get on his forehand. It seemed to me that Tanner made a save here. Let's see if he gets it with his blocker. Yes, he did, but it went off his blocker into the net. Hey, Tanner reads plays pretty good. He knew where this was going. He just got a little unlucky here, but a quick release by Todd Krieger. He was in the right spot. Good patience by Ronnie Francis in getting him the biscuit to put in the basket.
Pass to Ferraro, who led the Whalers in the preseason with 6 goals. Sedin cuts in, poked away by Tanner. Sedin gets it back, hands it to Ferraro. 50 seconds on the penalty. Wilson has to turn to take that pass. He saves the play to Adam Burt. Cote, wrist shot, tipped just wide by Deneen. Wilson has it back. Ferraro races in from the corner, trying to stop it on Tanner, who makes the stop, gets that whistle, and now Deneen and Wolanin pushing each other.
I think Kevin's beef is with the goaltender.
Bumped into the goalpost, and time expires in the second period. At first, we've got a beef at center ice involving Cunningworth and Steve Finn as they take a shot at each other, and now Burt and Petit are discussing things.
I think one of the questions, Rick, was they thought that, oh, there's a shot there by, was that Finn? No, it wasn't.
That
Here
was
we go.
Petit. Here's Cunningworth and Steve Finn going at it. Finn trying to go with the right hand, and Cunningworth trying to get organized here as Finn missed with a wild right.
Is that what you call a roundhouse? Wow.
He misses with another one.
Finn's been very much a part of this game. He's taking some stitches, and he's been around. You see the bandage over his right eye. But the big question going into this argument, Rick, they kind of thought that Sidorkiewicz was trying to knock that net off purposely. We saw that penalty called the other night in Philadelphia, but
Pass to Francis. Cote with a Samuelson. The wrist shot is deflected just wide by Verbeek. Cote lets it go. Tipped by Verbeek. A save by Tanner. Verbeek the rebound. And it's covered in the goal mouth. As a fallen Nordiques out to play it, and he sends it over McKegney's shoulder. Sakic hands it to Fortier. Sakic out in front, the pass for Nolan. He tipped it on goal. Sidorkovic.
Second power play.
An interesting 4-on-4 situation. Krieger with a step on Petit. He hangs on and he's stopped by Tanner, who slid out and rushed him. To Verbeek, trying to swing it against Petit. Does so, but a sliding play by Belichick prevents the pass from reaching Francis. Second. Leaves it for Sundin. Stepped around him, and he is stopped by Peter Sidorkovic.
Now Peter Sidorkovic.
In with Lafleur, and Ferraro catches up to him. Sidorkovic makes the save. 5 seconds to go in the third, and an overtime would be a welcome release to the Hartford Whalers, who've turned that puck over an unbelievable amount of times in this third period. Samuelson trying to slip it to Francis, neatly gives it to Holding, fakes, hangs on to it, he shoots, and he sends it wide past the top corner. Play kept alive. Cunningworth beats Babbitt. Wines, fires, pad save by Tanner. Puck is loose. No one can find it. Francis does. That's the post. Cunningworth. Shot. Babbitt lets it go. Saved by Tanner. Francis shoots, and it's blocked by Finn. The puck still loose, and Tanner finds it. Fawcett halts play.
Wow, Ronnie Francis had the open net. He must have shanked a shot or just threw a bobbler.
Seconds to go. Babbitt gets it. Hops off his stick. Shovels it to Ferraro. Quickly Denis pulls the trigger. Tanner the save, and he's covered it. And Wilson and Wolanin, and now Wolanin and Denis push and shove.
Well, they've had an awful. There's a tie. 6 seconds left.
Bert's in a hurry. Gets it to Verbeek. He'll backhand it in. That's going to do it. Well, it was a hard-fought 3-3 tie on the part of the Whalers and the Quebec Nordiques on opening night. Jerry, if they have to fight this hard for every point, both of these teams, it's going to be an entertaining season.
Well, the Nordiques are relieved, and they played an inspired game. I like the way they played tonight. They hung in there. And the Whalers, I think, come back and had a lot of opportunities.